have what you call terms. Like you say something, stop, me respond. I say something, stop, give you a chance. That's reasoning. Arguing.
Joseph was one of the 12 sons of a man named Jacob in Canaan. He had 10 elder brothers and one younger brother. Joseph's mother had died when she gave birth to his younger brother. Joseph and his brothers helped their father in the field. They also herded the sheep. Joseph was the favorite child of Jacob since he was young and innocent. Jacob spent a lot of time with Joseph. This made the brothers very jealous. On his 17th birthday, Jacob gifted Joseph a beautiful coat that had all the colors of the rainbow on it. Joseph was very happy, but his brothers were not. They were now even more jealous. They felt that their father did not appreciate all the hard work they were doing for him. One night, Joseph had a strange dream. He was very excited, and he went to his brothers who were herding the sheep. Hey, Simeon, I had a very strange dream yesterday night. You should hear this.
Oh, look. Daddy Lopet had a dream. Don't waste my time, boy. I have a lot of work to do. I can't sit and dream all day like you.
No, listen. In my dream, we were all tying up sheaves in the field. All of a sudden, my sheaf stood upright, while your sheaves bowed down to mine. Simeon looked scornfully at Joseph, and then at his brothers.
Oh, he isn't just stupid. He thinks even we're stupid.
No, this was my dream. And listen, in another dream, the sun, the moon, and the stars were all bowing down to me. That was so beautiful.
So now you want us to bow down to you, huh? Run away before we beat you with this stick.
One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers who were resting on the hillside. They were actually talking about Joseph and how irritating he was. When they saw Joseph running to them from a distance, they got so angry that they actually planned to kill him. Reuben, the eldest brother, felt strongly against this, but he knew that his brothers were too angry to listen to him.
Let's kill this irritating boy, and we don't have to worry about him ever again. What do you think, my brothers? Come on, Simeon. We're his brothers. We can't just kill him. We'll just throw him into this desert well and decide what to do with him later. That's a good idea.
As Joseph came to where their brothers were resting, Simeon and Reuben held him while another brother took off his colorful coat. Then they threw him into the well. The brothers returned home, leaving Joseph all alone in the well. Reuben was sad at what happened. He planned to come around later and rescue Jacob. Just then, they saw a group of merchants were passing by. They were from Egypt and were returning after selling their merchandise. Then Levi, another brother, had an idea.
Why don't we sell Joseph to these Egyptian merchants? That way we can get rid of him once and for all without killing him. That's a great idea, Levi. Let's do it. Call those merchants here. We'll also have some money on our hands.
Will he agree with this?
He went to pick up something. Don't worry. He'll agree with us.
The brothers tied Joseph's hands behind his back and sold their little brother to the merchants for 20 silver coins. When Reuben came back, he was terrified to hear what his brothers had done, but he could not say anything. The brothers then took Jacob's coat and sprinkled it with the blood of a goat. The brothers went back to Jacob and told him that Joseph had been captured by a wild animal. Jacob burst out crying, and he was deeply saddened for his favorite son's loss. Joseph was sold to a very rich Egyptian named Potiphar. He was an assistant to the Pharaoh. Joseph was very intelligent and hardworking. He was also very handsome. Potiphar was very pleased with Jacob and put him in charge of all his properties. Unfortunately, Potiphar's wife one day had an unnecessary argument with Joseph. She was upset with him. She told lies about Joseph to her husband. Potiphar was angry with Joseph and he sent him to jail. When in jail, Joseph overheard two prisoners talking to each other. One prisoner was a servant to the Pharaoh, and the other was a baker.
I
had the strangest dream yesterday night. I wish I could make some sense of it. My dreams are even more weird than yours.
Maybe I can help you. I can help you understand your dreams.
You're just a boy. How are you going to understand my dreams?
I do not interpret them. My God helps me. I will try to tell you what they mean. My God surely has a message for you. So the servant described his dream to Joseph. Joseph listened to him carefully and told the servant that his dream meant he would be released from prison in 3 days and he would be taken back by the Pharaoh as his servant. Joseph asked the servant to remember him when meeting the Pharaoh and ask that he be released. 3 days later, the servant was released just like Joseph had predicted. But when he returned to the prison, he forgot all about Joseph. And because of this, Joseph remained in prison for 2 long years. One night, the Pharaoh had a strange dream and could not sleep. The next morning, he called all his wise men, ministers, and counselors and described his dream to them. Nobody had an answer to what it could mean. When the servant, who was in jail with Joseph, heard about this, he suddenly remembered his promise. He ran to the Pharaoh and told him about the prisoner who could interpret dreams. The Pharaoh immediately summoned Joseph. So, my servant says you can interpret dreams. He tells me you are extremely gifted. I am not capable of such things, Your Majesty. My God works through me. He can give you the meaning of your dreams. Describe your dream to me. Very well. In my dream, I saw 7 fat cows eating grass in a field. Then 7 thin, ugly cows rose up from the river Nile and swallowed the 7 fat cows. What does this mean? Joseph listened to the Pharaoh and then closed his eyes for some time. He walked across the room and came back to the Pharaoh. My lord, this dream you just described is very symbolic. It is a message from God. God is telling you that a great famine is coming. It will last for 7 years. There will be no food to grow, no rains. A lot of people will starve and die. Oh, that is terrible news. We are all doomed then. Wait, my lord, I am not finished yet. The dream came to you as a warning from God to prepare for the famine. There will be 7 years of plenty before the famine, so you can store up on food grains and livestock and other supplies during this period. You must make the most of this chance to produce excess food so that you can store it for later. Oh, you are right. Thank God I found you. This is great news. We will be prepared for the famine. We will produce plenty of food and build up storages for difficult times. Thank you, Joseph. You are the most wise man in the kingdom. I am appointing you in charge of overseeing this work. Your Majesty, the honor is truly mine. These are not my powers. God speaks through me. I am simply conveying his message to you. Joseph helped the king to grow extra food grains and build storages during the 7 years of plenty, so that people would not starve during the 7-year famine. He was also very popular among the people and earned their love and respect. The 7 years of plenty had passed by. The famine started. In the places around Egypt, animals were dying, lakes and rivers dried up, and people were starving to death. The people of Egypt had plenty to eat and drink because of the work done by the Pharaoh with Joseph. They had so much grain stored up that they were selling whatever was left to the people outside of Egypt who were starving. Jacob and his sons were struck by the famine as well. Their crops had all failed, and their sheep had died one by one until nothing was left. They had heard of the Egyptian Pharaoh who was selling food grains to people outside of Egypt. So Jacob sent his 10 sons to Egypt to get food for the family. Benjamin, the youngest son, stayed back with Jacob. When the brothers reached the palace of the Pharaoh where the food grains were being distributed, they saw a royally dressed man sitting on a high chair and supervising the distribution
readiness of mind and search
They
the
approached him. It
scriptures
was actually
whether
Joseph,
those things
but
were
they
so.
did not
You need that
recognize the
perspective,
necessity.
Paul says,
Since they had seen him,
these were more
Joseph
noble, noble meaning
recognized
wise.
his
What do I mean
brothers.
noble meaning wise?
He realized that
Paul
they
said
did not know
these
his
were
name.
more noble, the one them in a fat valley,
His brothers
more
greeted him,
noble, more
and
wiser,
bowed down in front
right?
of him,
Than those in
just like
Thessalonica,
the
than those in
dream
Rhine
he
Paul.
had when he was a
Why?
boy.
In that they received the word of God with all readiness of mind, and they search the scripture daily to see whether these things are so. So that means anyone in a spot value. When time you talk to them, they now will say, Pastor said. They more say, the Bible say, because it said they search the scripture daily to see whether these things are so. So when you tell them something, I say the Bible say, they don't only take what they say, then go in the Bible to chew and look. You know? Speak of us. So that's why Paul said, them more noble than the other said.
Please help
Them
us.
more wiser.
Okay.
Because
Get up. I will sell you my
oftentimes in
grains,
today's world,
but you
you
must
find that
bring
people
your youngest brother and father when
quote
you come
scripture.
next time.
Thank you, my
Where
lord.
you get that from?
We will do
Pastor said.
The
Me
next time,
pastor.
Jacob and
Where
Benjamin
you
went
listen
with
right
their other
from
brothers
because
to
me
Egypt to meet
pastor
the
said.
Pharaoh.
To
Joseph
with
was
that. You understand?
overjoyed to see his father and
Paul
little
has
brother.
said, you feel sorry
After
to
some
scripture
time,
because they were
Joseph
wiser
revealed
than the one
himself
them
to
and say,
them.
Pastor said, because them don't know for themselves, you know.
Reuben,
You know?
I am the brother
So,
you sold
notice the
off to
principle
the
then.
Egyptians.
First one,
Oh, my brother.
Christ said,
It's really you.
search the scripture.
What have I done?
The second
Do
one,
not
Paul
fear
says,
me.
study
I
to show
hold
yourself
no
approved.
anger against
And
you.
you Paul come back
Because of you, I was able to meet great people
wiser
and be
than
of
the one
service
them
to these people.
But
I was able to help feed them in the time of starvation. I have earned their love and respect, all because of you. I want all of
It's
you
a
to come
principle.
here in Egypt
Right.
and live with
It's a
me.
principle.
Right.
Just like
Jacob
how
could not believe
a
that his
maths
darling son
is
was
a
alive
principle.
after
When you
all
study
these years.
and broke
He
yourself
ran
in the
to him
habit of
and
studying,
hugged him,
Yeah.
it's like say,
while his
you will
brothers
get to
bowed
know
down to
more.
him,
You know
just
anything
as he
at
had
all.
dreamt
If you
many,
are a tour
many
guide,
years ago.
are you training some tour guide?
Whatever at all you're doing.
Yes, when you spend more time studying it, you know,
It's like a doctor. You practice more, you know.
exactly more advanced,
Yeah.
right? So these are three principles that we can apply to Bible, where the Bible itself tells us how to understand it, right?
Yeah.
All right, listen to this now.